What's up, guys? We are back this week for another episode of The A Game.
Join us as we recap this week in App State sports, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Snapchat at The A Game Sports for weekly updates on Mountaineer sporting news and all the latest on-set action.
Stay tuned to see who Marnie Bond interviews this week on Mountaineer Spotlight and see what students around campus have to say in this week's Q&A game.
I'm Holland Bostrom.
I'm Adam Mancini, and this is
The A Game.
The 23rd ranked and first place Mountaineers scored 7 consecutive touchdowns en route to a 56-27 victory against Georgia State on Saturday night. A defensive touchdown gave the Panthers a 21-7 lead late in the first quarter, but App State accounted for the next 49 points, with the first 28 producing a 35-21 halftime advantage.
Zach Thomas threw for 256 yards with 4 touchdowns through the air and 1 with his legs, while Darrington Evans surpassed 1,000 rushing yards for the second straight season thanks to a 131-yard night that included 2 total touchdowns. App State has produced a 1,000-yard back for the 8th straight season, a streak that is tied for second nationally behind the 10 straight from Boise State. Over the final 3 quarters Saturday night, after a strong start by the Panthers, the Mountaineers limited Georgia State to 33 rushing yards on 18 attempts and 140 offensive yards on 42 plays. Jordan Fair finished with a team high of 10 tackles. DeMarco Jackson recorded a sack, and the cornerback tandem of Jolly and Shamar Jean-Charles combined for 6 pass breakups. App State's 4-touchdown run over the last 15 minutes of the first half closed with Jolly's 30-yard interception return for a score with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half, and another Jolly interception that set up Thomas's 1-yard touchdown pass to Evans with 22 seconds remaining before the break.
After falling behind by 14 points, App State answered with a 5-play, 75-yard drive that ended with Sutton's touchdown reception on a 20-yard pass from Thomas. After a 3-yard run to open the drive, Jalen Virgil gained 22 yards on a reception, Malik Williams had a catch for 15 more yards, and Evans rushed for 15 yards to the Georgia State 20. Georgia State maintained a 21-14 lead until App State scored 21 points in the last 6:20 of the half. A defensive 3-and-out meant the Mountaineers needed to go only 55 yards for the tying touchdown, which occurred on Thomas's 4th-and-1 keeper from the 3.
App State's defense officially forced 2 more 3-and-outs in a row, with Jolly picking off a 3rd-and-3 pass in front of the Georgia State sideline and sprinting 30 yards for his 2nd defensive touchdown of the season. The Panthers picked up 1 first down on their next series, but Jolly stepped in front of the intended receiver and made a diving, rolling interception near midfield with 55 seconds remaining in the half. A defensive penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct and Thomas's 31-yard scramble to the 2 led to the short touchdown pass to Evans 2 plays later. Evans opened the 3rd quarter scoring with a 29-yard touchdown run in which he landed on top of a Georgia State defender but didn't let his knees or elbows touch the turf. In the first 5 minutes of the 4th quarter, Thomas threw a 24-yard touchdown pass to Sutton, and Raekwon Anderson scored on a 5-yard run. The Mountaineers will face the Texas State Bobcats at Kidd Brewer Stadium on November 23rd at 2:30.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for 75 years, he's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Appalachian State Volleyball extended its winning streak to 4 straight with a 3-2 victory over Troy in its regular season finale. The opening frame featured 9 ties and 6 lead changes. App State opened a 21-17 lead late, only to see Troy answer back with 5 straight points to take a 22-21 lead. From there, the Black and Gold used a service error, a pair of kills from Kara Spicer, and a service ace from Sydney Farthing to win the opening frame 25-22. The Black and Gold jumped out to a 4-1 lead early in the 5th frame, only to see Troy respond with 5 of the next 6 points to take a 6-5 advantage. With the score knotted at 7-all, the Mountaineers used a pair of Trojan attack errors to take a 9-7 lead. App State pushed its lead to 14-10, but the Trojans scored next 2 points to make the score 14-12. Emma Longley clinched the set and victory with a kill to give the Mountaineers their 4th straight win. Spicer added 11 kills on a .320 hitting mark. Grace Morrison had 7 kills, and Lexi Coate had 5 kills. Sam Bickley dished out 44 assists to go along with 6 digs, while Emma Riley finished with a match-high 17 digs. Grace Kinch chipped in with 8 digs for the Mountaineers. Prior to the start of the match, App State honored Longley and Farthing for their contributions to the program. Longley finished with a match-high 22 kills on a .326 hitting percentage and 8 digs, while moving into 7th place in program history in career kills with the 1,310th of her career. Farthing tallied 6 digs and 3 service aces for the win. The Mountaineers finished with 55 kills and hit .195, while the Trojans tallied 64 kills and hit .250. App State will shift its focus to the Sun Belt Tournament, where the Mountaineers open play in the tournament on Thursday against a team that has yet to be announced.
Number 6 Appalachian State men's soccer fell in the semifinal round of the Sun Belt Championship to second-seeded Coastal Carolina 2-1 on Friday evening at Ted Mackerel Stadium. The Mountaineers' season ends with an 11-7 mark, while Coastal advances to the finals on Sunday against Georgia State. A strong start by the Chanticleers aided their victory, scoring both goals in the first half by Casper Scrape in the 5th minute and Sam Snaith 5 minutes later in the 10th minute. App's defense clamped down, allowing CCU 7 total shots in the final 80 minutes of the contest, including just 4 in the second period. The Black and Gold offense attempted 9 of their 12 shots in the second half. Myson Darden scored his first collegiate goal in the 76th minute to narrow the deficit 2-1, while Demetris Moratakis sent in the cross inside the goalkeeper's box to the freshman for the header. App State put forth a solid season with its most wins since 2002, 8 shutouts, a win over North Carolina for the first time since 1980, and the first time posting back-to-back winning seasons since 2011-12.
Appalachian State men's basketball forced Tennessee Tech into 21 turnovers in a 69-47 victory on the second day of the Spartan Invitational, hosted by UNC Greensboro on Saturday afternoon. The Mountaineers featured a balanced offensive attack with 9 players scoring and 4 reaching double figures in the victory. Isaac Johnson led the way with a game-high 15 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Justin Forrest reached double figures for the 5th time this season with 13 points and a game-high 8 rebounds. O'Shawn Williams tied his season high with 13 points on 4 of 6, 66% shooting, while adding 3 rebounds and a season-best 5 steals. Adrian Delph added 11 points and 5 rebounds. After App State opened an early 10-6 lead, Tennessee Tech answered with an 8-0 run to take a 14-10 lead with 12 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. The Black and Gold reeled off 10 consecutive points, getting threes from Delph and Williams along the way. To open a 22-16 advantage, App State used another 10-0 run to expand its lead to 35-22 late in the opening half and took a 35-24 lead into the half break. In the second half, the Golden Eagles chipped away at App State lead, cutting it to 47-41 with just under 10 minutes to play. From there, the Mountaineers held the Golden Eagles scoreless for a 5-minute and 45-second stretch and scored 14 straight points to build a 61-41 advantage with 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Tennessee Tech would get no closer than 18 points the rest of the way. The Black and Gold shot a season-best 54% from the field and shot 78% from the free throw line. The Mountaineers close out play at the Spartan Invitational on Monday at 7 against UNC Greensboro.
Appalachian State women's basketball suffered a heartbreaking 67-66 loss in overtime to Elon on Wednesday evening at the Schar Center. 4 players scored in double figures, with Bree Stanley netting a game-high 20 points on 8 of 15 shooting. Ashley Polachek dropped a season-high 12 points, while Armani Hampton came off the bench to put forth her highest scoring output since 2017 with 11, and Lainey Gosnell rounded out the leading scorers with 10. Bailey Plummer became just the 3rd player in program history to grab 1,000 career rebounds. Plummer collected her 7th career game with 20 off the glass, grabbing a personal high 23 boards. The Thomasville, North Carolina native moves into 2nd place all-time in career rebounds with 1,020, surpassing Freeman's mark of 1,008. She's the only player in the nation with at least 1,000 rebounds. It was a solid first-half performance for App, taking a 39-22 lead into the break. Defensively, Elon only shot 28.1% from the floor. Offensive woes in the 4th quarter led to an overtime battle between the Mountaineers and the Phoenix. Appalachian regained momentum with 5 straight points from Stanley and Nicola Matthews hitting back-to-back layups. Gosnell capped off the run, hitting 1 for 2 at the line, and gave the Apps a 61-56 edge. App State held a 44-32 edge on the glass. However, Elon turned 20 App miscues into 22 points, while the Mountaineers shot 7 of 16 from the charity stripe. Appalachian will end its 3-game road trip at number 6 South Carolina on Sunday at 2 p.m.
Ryan Brown placed 45th overall as Appalachian State men's cross country finished 15th at the NCAA Southeast Regional on Friday. The Mountaineers tallied 427 points in the meet. Virginia finished first with 79 points. Virginia Tech was second with 109, and NC State rounded out the top three with 116. Brown shattered his 10K personal record by nearly a full minute. He posted a time of 31 minutes and 7 seconds, bettering his personal record of 32 minutes and 4 seconds set last season. In addition, his time now ranks as the 8th fastest 10K time in program history. Isaac Benz and Ben Signorelli also recorded top 100 finishes. Benz crossed 90th overall in a personal record time of 31 minutes and 59 seconds, and Signorelli placed 97th with a personal record of 32 minutes and 7 seconds.
Izzy Evely placed 65th in a field of over 250 runners as Appalachian State women's cross country finished 17th at the NCAA Southeast Regionals. The Mountaineers finished with 479 points, NC State finished first with 48 points, Furman was second with 83 points, and Virginia Tech was third with 116 points. Evely navigated the 6K course with a personal record of 21 minutes and 40 seconds. Her mark now ranks as the 10th fastest 6K time in program history. Kylie Frady also posted a top 100 finish, crossing 85th overall with a time of 21 minutes and 59 seconds. Lila Peters placed 109th in a personal record time of 22 minutes and 18 seconds, and Sarah Venable was right behind in 112th in a 6K personal record of 22 minutes and 22 seconds.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
And now it's time for our Player of the Week. This week, we're switching it up a little bit and honoring App State defensive coordinator Ted Roof. Roof is one of 41 candidates nationally for the 2019 Broyles Award, which honors college football's top assistant coaches. App State and 5 ranked Power 5 conference teams are tied for first place nationally with 4 games apiece in which they've allowed 7 points or less. The Mountaineers have a 42-7 win against East Tennessee State, a 17-7 road win against Louisiana, a 52-7 win against ULM, and a 30-3 road win against South Alabama.
App State ranks 18th nationally in scoring defense at 19.1 points per game and leads the Sun Belt by allowing 331.4 yards per game. The defensive effort has helped the Mountaineers earn a top 25 ranking from both the College Football Playoff Committee and Armway Coaches Poll. This is the 3rd nomination for Roof, who received similar recognition as Georgia Tech's defensive coordinator in 2000 and 2013.
The 41 nominees in this year's class were selected from approximately 1,500 assistant coaches representing 130 FBS programs across the country. The Broyles Award selection process includes the Football Writers Association of America, broadcasters, a College Football Hall of Fame selection committee, and current college head coaches. But that's all the time we have this week for Mountaineer Sports. Remember to tune in every Tuesday at 8 to catch up on the latest in App State sporting news.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Snapchat at The A Game Sports for daily updates on everything Mountaineers.
See you guys next week on The A Game.